Y'all, it has been a little bit since we have done a video, or that I've done a video where we had our 9 weeks testing and all that. So glad to be back. Being silly today. Okay, so we're going to start with a new topic today that you guys have never studied before, because this is a new skill for you and you learned about it in 5th grade. So we're going to talk about statistics, y'all. Statistics. So what I mean is we're going to talk about mean, median, mode, and range. And these are all, I just reminded myself I needed a calculator. This is another exciting part, is that you get to use a calculator, like legit get to use a calculator. So that's exciting. But so mean, median, mode, and range are statistics, and we use them when we have a set of data, like a set of numbers, and you use these to figure out the average, which is mean, the mode, which is the one that repeats, the median, which is the number in the middle, and the range is the difference between. And I know this sounds all crazy, but I promise that we'll get into it and it'll make a little bit more sense. So we're just going to dive into it. So I'm going to start with a song. Yep, you heard it. I'm going to sing to you. Mean, median, mode, and range. Okay. I am not going to copy all this down. I was originally going to. But what I'll do is when I always scan my notes, I will just scan a copy of this. I'm not going to make you write it all. Okay. All right. So we've got a song here, and it's to the tune of Are You Sleeping? Okay. I have to get ready. So are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Okay, that's what we're talking about. All right, ready? I want you to sing along with me eventually. Mean means average, mean means average, mode means most, mode means most, median's in the middle, median's in the middle, now I know, now I know. Range means difference, range means difference, big minus small, big minus small. These are all statistics, these are all statistics, now I know, now I know. Do that again. Mean means average, mean means average, mode means most, mode means most, median's in the middle, median's in the middle, now I know, now I know. Range means difference, range means difference, big minus small, big minus small. These are all statistics, these are all statistics, now I know, now I know. I know, it's exciting. Feel free to pause it, go back, do it again, because it's such a fun song to sing. And we will sing it tomorrow as well, and probably Monday. It is good to have these songs in your head, because sometimes, true story, been in the SOL before where I've had a kid start singing it, and I had to tell them to stop. Because that's why we do it, so that you can have it in your head and go, okay, well, this is on the SOL. I can't remember what mode means, but if I can think back to the song, oh yeah, mode means most. But I had to tell him to stop singing because he was singing loud. All right, so along with the song, there's also a little rhyme with Hey Diddle Diddle. Hey diddle diddle, the median's in the middle. You add and divide for the mean. You add, I always say but you add, then divide for the mean. The mode is the one that appears the most, and the range is the difference between. One more time. Hey diddle diddle, the median's in the middle. You add, then divide for the mean. The mode is the one that appears the most, and the range is the difference between. All right, again, I know that was fun, but we will sing those again tomorrow. But I'll copy that and scan it to you like I do the notes every time. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to have a list of numbers. Man, I have a frog in my throat. So let's say that these are I don't know. How many times cars drove by during the week? It's just actually just a random thing of numbers. All right, so what you want to do, you have your number set. The first thing you're always going to want to do is put them in order. So I'm going to up here say put numbers in order first. Always put your numbers in order first. Okay? So I'm going to put these in order. So you want to do least to greatest. It just helps to have them least to greatest. All right. So I'm going to have 7. And then I'm going to have 11. I'm going to have 11 twice. So I'm going to block them out. 11, 11. So I know I've got them all. 12, 13, 14, and then 23. So guys, make sure that you have a piece of paper and you're doing this with me. It's not helpful if you just watch it. You have to write it too. Okay, a lot of research says that we learn when we are writing. So I'm going to write mean, median, mode, and then range. Mean means average. So that means that we're going to add and then divide. So what would we divide by? So we're going to add all those numbers up, and then we're going to divide by the number of numbers there are. I could have said that differently. So I'm going to say right here, I'm going to add all numbers, then divide by total numbers. Running out of room. So I'm going to rewrite these down here. I decided last minute to give an explanation of each one in your notes. Okay. So median. So, okay. Miss Connor, get a grip. Stop. Mean is add all numbers, then divide by total number. Okay. Mean is average. You add them all up, then you divide. So let's go on and just do that. So you have your handy dandy calculator, and then you're going to put these numbers in there. So 7 plus 11 plus 11 plus 12 plus 13 plus 14 plus 23. Okay, so I get 91. I'm going to do that again. You always want to do it twice. 7 plus 11 plus 11 plus 12 plus 13 plus 14 plus 23. I got 91 again. You always want to do it twice, because if I would have gotten a different number, I would have had to do it another time to see if I would have gotten it correct. You just always want to make sure you're correct. When I do my checkbook or, my checking account, my money, I always add things 2 or 3 times to make sure that I've got the correct number. All right, so now I'm going to count the total numbers in the set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to take that 91 and I'm going to divide it by 7. I'm dividing it by 7 because that is the total number in the set. So if there were 3 numbers, you would divide by 3, but this is by 7. And so my mean is 13. So that is the average. And if you look at the numbers, the mean is going to be somewhere in the middle anyway. Okay. So 13 is pretty much in the middle, but it's not going to be really high. It can't be above 23, can't be below 7. If you get a number that is more than the highest or lower than the lowest, then you've done something wrong. Okay, the mean, the median, those are going to be in the middle, all right? Median is actually the number in the middle. Okay, and the way we find this is very scientific. Okay. No, it's not. So I take my fingers, and I block off the numbers as I'm going. So I block them off 2 by 2. My right finger and my left finger cover up a number. Okay, and then I move inward to cover up 2 more numbers. And then I move one more time until I have one number left. And that is 12. And we'll talk about what happens if you don't have a true middle number. We'll talk about that. So again, to find the median, I'm just going to take my fingers and I'm going to cover up 2 numbers until I get to the middle. Okay, so that would be 12. So 12 and 13 are, they're in the middle. They're similar. And, all right. So now mode. Mode is the one that appears the most. The one, the number that repeats. Okay. I wonder what time it is because I do not want to have this video be too long for you guys. All right. And then the range. Oh, the mode. The number that repeats. So the mode is the number that repeats. Mode on this set would be 11 because there are 2 11s. If something happens and you have 2 numbers that repeat, then you would list both numbers. If you have 2 numbers, one number repeats twice and one number repeats 3 times, the number that repeats the most, the third time, would get it. If something happens and you don't have any repeating numbers, you're going to put none. You wouldn't put 0. And I want you to think for a second of why you wouldn't put 0. Right. Because if you put 0, that would be like having another number in the set. That would be saying that the number 0 would be the mode. And that would be inaccurate. It wouldn't be correct. So you would want to put none. Okay. All right. And then talking about range is the big minus small. So you're going to take your biggest number and subtract it from the smallest. So I have 23 here. And I'm going to subtract it from 7. And that gets me 16. So range is, we'll do that now. Okay, so range is called the variation. Okay, it shows us how much changes between the biggest number and the smallest number. How much is different. All right. The mean is called the fair share. Okay. Because and if you think about it, you're dividing to find the mean. And when you divide things, you're giving a fair amount. You're sharing it with everybody. If I had 20 cookies and I wanted to share those with my husband and Evelyn, I would divide the cookies to know how many people or how many cookies each of us got. That would be the fair share. Okay. So range is the variation. Mean is the fair share. But these guys right here, mean, median, and mode, are called measure of center. Okay, so range is variation, mean is fair share, but the 3 M's of this are measure of center. Range gets left out because range doesn't measure the center. Range measures what's the difference between. Okay. Let's do another one and then we'll stop the video for today, and then I'll come back on for tomorrow, or I'll give you a video tomorrow where we will sing the song and then we will practice. Okay. So let me give you another number set. Okay. So we're going to have 2, 13, 4, 36, and 20. All right, so the first rule is to put those in order from least to greatest. So I'm going to have 2, I'm going to have 4, I'm going to have 13, I'm going to have 20, and then 36. Okay? So I'm going to write mean, median, mode, range. Okay. All right. Mean means average, mean means average, mode means most, mode means most, mean is in the middle, mean is in the middle, now I know, now I know. Range means difference, range means difference, big minus small, big minus small. These are all statistics, these are all statistics, now I know, now I know. Okay, so mean is the average. Okay, so we're going to add all the numbers and then divide by the total number that you have. So I'm going to add these up. 2 plus 4 plus 13 plus 20 plus 36. Add those up, I get 75. Now, I have to divide this by how many total numbers are in the set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to divide that by 5. And it will be 15. Now, when you look at that, does 15 look like it could be in the center? Yes. So 15 is close to the center. All right, so my median, remember it's very scientific. Boop, boop. So 13 is the center. 13 is the actual center, okay? Mode, is there a number there that repeats? No. There's no number that repeats. And because of the last one, I said we cannot put 0, because if we put a 0, that'll look like it's a number. So we're going to put none. Okay? And then the range is big minus small. So I'm going to take 36 and subtract 2 from it, which is 34. Okay, so you have a small thing to do from Virtual Virginia about the vocabulary for this, and then you will, I've got an exit ticket for you, okay? All right, and then tomorrow we'll work on this, and we'll go work on this for all of next week as well, okay? Yes. Yes, all of next week. All right, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.